All right, welcome. So this is gonna be my playthrough for Man X ReGenesis. Very cool game. I didn't know we needed. I knew we needed a new Man X 16-bit style game, but I didn't know we needed it so much until I actually played this. You know, this game is amazing, and I cannot possibly explain how happy I am that we actually got this game. And it has an amazing story. The story is absolutely awesome. So I'm creating two playthrough series here. One has my commentary, one has me talking. There is another one without any voice, without any comments from me. So I'm recording my audio on a completely separate track. So I will include it in one series and I will not include it in the other one. So you are free to watch whether you would like to hear me explaining my decisions, explaining my strategies, explaining the pros and cons of everything that I'm doing. Feel free to listen to the commentary, the one with commentary, you can watch it. If you're not interested, if you just want to watch the game without any commentary, then by all means, feel free to do that. So now, this was supposed to be reset, but I believe it's still perfectly reset. So let's start the game. And one thing I really like about this game is the lighting effects, right? The lighting effects are so good. We did not have that in the original Man X for SNES. But here we have this very cool lighting, not just here on the first screen, but also when you do the X-Buster charged shot and everything. There are some very nice lighting effects in this game. And this very first stage, I cannot help but think how much it actually reminds me of Mega Man Zero for GBA. The good and old Mega Man Zero was such a cool game. And even the enemies that you get here, they kind of look like the enemies from Mega Man Zero. Now we're gonna get to this part. It totally looks like the original Mega Man X game, the very first one for SNES. So cool, like total fan service, this very first stage. And somewhere in the very beginning there's a life in one of these holes here. Wasn't yet here, but it's gonna be there really soon. Another thing you'll notice is that this enemy is here, this spinning cylinder looking thing. This is the life, this is it. So this guy just pushes you off the ledge. So these things, they are cameo from the original Mega Man games, but they are very fun because you can use them against your enemies as well. When you shoot them, you push them forward and they explode and they cause a lot of damage. Also, if they hit you, they cause pretty significant damage on you. So as much as possible, try to push those into your enemies. The game actually gives you some of those when the enemies are like rather tough enemies, or enemies like this one that does this very annoying thing that he put this thing in front, so it's kind of hard to shoot him. So if you have the chance to just push one of those cylinder things, bomb things into it, it will cause damage anyway. Like it did now. I don't know if you saw it. It was very quick, like it was almost hidden behind it. There was a cylinder there. I pushed it and it destroyed that bigger enemy. I won't even call it a sub-boss, because this one is a sub-boss. Okay, I got hit by that missile. That's embarrassing. Oh my god, I'm on fire today. They are on fire today. And this is the very first boss. There's gonna be a shot here, you gotta be careful. Yeah, this is it. And it's gonna shoot again, so again, be careful here. I'm waiting for it to shoot again here. Okay, I'm trying to destroy the second cannon. As soon as I do it, I'm gonna destroy the boss. Okay, so now as you can see, we can't reach him. We have to shoot that green pearl or something, green circle in his mouth. It's kind of hard to shoot it in the right place there, especially if you have a fully charged shot. It's really hard to get it like exactly there. But we did it. This is a very easy boss. Charge your energy before proceeding, because we're gonna fight someone now. It doesn't really matter if you win or lose. And I love this achievement so much. Like, we are so back, you know. Mega Man X 16-bit is finally back. We so needed this game. Thank you so much to the people who created this game. It's amazing. And let's go. Now this fight here, it doesn't really matter if you win or lose. It really doesn't matter. This guy, of course, it's Vile. And you get an achievement if you beat him. I'm gonna show you, hopefully I can beat him now. I'm gonna show you what I consider the best strategy. So climb the wall as fast as you can, and then this is gonna happen. But I did it wrong, actually. So try to, yeah, that's what you should do, because sometimes he's just gonna jump vertically, sometimes he's gonna jump at an arc back, but if you do it right, you should dodge either. I'm having a bit of a hard time here. See that? So actually I should have gone underneath him. It would have made my life a bit easier. But let's see if I can do this now. That should do it. And you get this achievement. You were supposed to lose. And again, the story is so cool. Like, it's kind of sad, kind of a depressive alternate timeline, but still pretty cool. Now Vile says there are no humans left, and so that line hits really hard. Like, you should crawl back to whatever hole you were hiding all this time. But then this guy is Zero. He calls him Zero. So it is Zero talking to you from some communicator in a secure channel. And he says, yeah, there are still lives worth protecting. There are reports that there is at least one human settlement left, but we gotta protect it. And there are 8 bosses looking for those humans, and we should defeat them, and yeah. Now, we're gonna choose among the 8 possible bosses, right? There will be no password screen. Ha! Now we save, baby. And it's funny, I think the game doesn't really save unless you go to the options and change something. So, quick tip, if you plan on stopping playing after passing the first stage, you should, and I forgot to do this, by the way. I was playing with the wrong configuration here. Yeah, so now it's gonna save. If you look, you're gonna see that floppy disk. Children, floppy disks were some very old thing people used to save files from computers. That's why you use icons like that. Okay, real quick. This guy is probably the easiest stage to start on, and least hard boss. This guy here is also a very easy stage and a somewhat okay boss. But we're gonna start here, because this is what's gonna give us the most reward. But first, we're gonna get some free goodies here. In this game, I'm not even gonna bother watching this. Don't look. We're gonna go through this stage later, okay? We're totally going through it later. But in this game, you are free to use the escape unit whenever you want. In the original game, you could only escape after you pass the stage. Here you can escape whenever you want. But on the other hand, there is the chip system. Alright, so now we're gonna go to this stage here, Arson Vulpine. And as I was saying, chips are incredibly important in this game, because you need to pay for your capsule upgrades with chips. And there is absolutely nothing more annoying in this game than finding a super important capsule that is super hard to get to, only to realize that you cannot get the upgrade yet because you don't have enough chips. So in this game you should be absolutely paranoid about collecting all the chips in your way and then some. Okay, make sure to leave no stone unturned to get those chips. They are very important in this game. Alright, so about the stage selection, right? Why did I choose this stage first? And so many people are choosing this stage first, even though this is probably one of the hardest stages in all the game. And by the way, don't worry about that, because I will be guiding you here. I will be giving you the best possible advice so that you go through the stage the best, like, hopefully you can pass this stage if you never played this game before, even though it's one of the hardest ones to start on. And the reason why we start on it is because, so by the way, this is a very easy to lose chip, but as I was saying, is because we're gonna get some really important upgrades early on. And in this game, I do have a feeling that in Mega Man X games, upgrades like capsule upgrades are much more important than weapons, right? So the original Mega Man games, not Mega Man X games, they're all about the weapons, right? But in Mega Man X, you know, there's a lot of crazy platforming going on. Because X can, you know, jump on walls and stuff like that, the level designers can go much crazier when it comes to, you know, platforming and dangers. And because of that, they make it like it's very important that you get like your upgrades. So, and if we do start on this stage, you're gonna get some of the best possible upgrades in the game early on. So that's highly recommended. And also because of that, we will be able to go through the stages with minimum backtracking, okay? So that's the reason why we started here. Here, break all the boxes. Make sure to break as many boxes as you can, like leave no box unbroken, because some of them had chips, and you need all the chips. Now here there's gonna be a very easy to miss chip. It's this one, don't miss it. Those boxes had nothing, so don't worry about losing them. And now, in case I haven't said this before, yeah, this was a very good example of what I was about to say. Do not lose your patience, okay? So remember that I said this is one of the hardest stages in the game, but we're being stubborn and we're starting on it anyway, instead of starting on Raccoon. That was probably the easiest stage and easiest boss. Or even the Stellar Primate, which is also a relatively easy boss and a very easy stage. Actually, scratch that, it's not an easy boss, but the stage is very easy, so you could start on the Primate if you wanted. This is a very hard stage and a not so easy boss. What in the world are we doing here? So we're here for the upgrades, and the trick to passing this stage here with all those disappearing blocks and stuff is be very intentional about what you do and be very patient. Do not try to rush things unless you have something that's going to smash you, like we just had, right? In those sections you kinda had to hurry, of course, but other than that, like here for example, or other parts, go slowly, take one block at a time. This game is a fan game and a pretty well developed one at that, but even so, it has unfortunately a considerable level of input latency, so take it easy. Now here, you don't have to do this now, okay, but I'm gonna try to do it anyway. There's a heart container up there. If you can't take it now, don't worry, we can come back for it later. I did a dash jump and quickly returned and jumped again. Here, if you look, this was the part that we came from before, like you see there was this hole on the ceiling. So, but coming from this side is actually easier. So it's dangerous because if you miss that jump, you can fall on these spikes here, and spikes are instant death. So be careful, but if you want to avoid backtracking later, because there will be upgrades later that will make this much easier to catch, but if you want to just get everything from this stage in one go, you can try to get that chip like I did. Okay, here, normally it's easier to go on the left, but stay on the right now, because we're gonna need to be on the right to grab a chip. And whenever you jump, do a dash jump from the ground. Like whenever you jump from the ground, do a dash jump, so you start higher on the smashing platform here, on the smashing walls. But when you do the jump on the wall, then you do normal jumps on the smashing walls there. It's just when you jump from the ground to the smashing wall, do a dash jump so you start higher. Okay, now here, my advice to you is this. Make sure you always see on the screen whatever hazard is there. So here there is lava, lava's instant death. Make sure you see the lava. Don't try to pass this part without actually seeing the lava, okay? There is something hidden here, go all the way up here. There are some chips, very important, grab all the chips. Did I ever say you have to grab all the chips? You can't be paranoid enough about that, okay? So here, make sure you see the lava first. As soon as it turns red, jump. And try to avoid that ceiling. And jump on this wall. Make sure you see the lava, like I'm always saying. Now, these disappearing blocks have always been... Okay, the input latency got the best of me. I did the dash jump, but it didn't register my dash for some reason. That sometimes happens in this game. I still think it's an awesome game, but it will probably be patched in the future to have a better input response. Anyway, here we go. So as I was saying, in regular old Mega Man games, those blocks would just disappear on you, right? They would go like, and then you're dead. Now here, I think they did a pretty good job at that, in making them telegraph to you that they're gonna disappear by turning red first. So that makes them a bit easier. Now, that jump I did was very risky. I think there's a better way here. Sorry about that. We're gonna get things right. Oh my god. So here, I think it's easier if you do this. Look, let the block disappear, jump on the wall here, and when this block disappears, do a dash jump to the other side. I think that's probably the safest way here, okay? And like I always say, take it very easy, like don't try to rush it. As soon as it turns red, jump, and we're going here now, look. This is what this trouble was all for, okay? We're gonna get some really, really good upgrades here. One upgrade, actually. This first explanation, it's something that he does only on the very first capsule you find. Now he's gonna talk about the capsule itself. And yeah, we're gonna get a super cool, enhanced level 3 charge for our X-Buster. We should have more than enough chips by now. And we do. And look at this. It's gonna demonstrate it for us now. It's gonna do it automatically. Pay attention. There you go, woohoo! That was amazing. As you can see, it's quite slow, right? It's quite slow to charge. We're gonna get another upgrade later on, much later on, that's going to allow us to charge faster, a little bit faster. It's not gonna do miracles. It's not gonna help that much. Okay. So here, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. These guys are from Mega Man X2. These things that kind of stop you. If you need to, you can dash under this guy. Grab all the chips and let's go. Technically, if I didn't miss any chip, we should have everything we need. Let me check here real quick. I think I got them all. I think I got them all. So, and let's now take on the boss. This boss is not easy either. So I'm going to explain how to beat him. By the way, a very important point about this dialogue here. If you press shot or jump, you can go to the next cutscene dialogue page here. If you accidentally press, actually I'm on the PlayStation controller, right? So if I press square or X, I can go to the next page. If I accidentally press circle, I think on the Xbox controller it should be A, you will just skip the whole thing. So the very first time I played this game, I didn't know the cutscenes had more pages because I was pressing the wrong button. So if you press the circle or A, it's going to completely skip the cutscene, all the dialogue. But if you press square or X, or on the Xbox, I believe there's gonna be X or B. I'm using a PlayStation controller now. Then you will go like the two buttons on the left, right? The button that is the lowest button and the button on the left. Those two scroll among the pages. Don't worry about shooting him now. So if he lifts his hand right like that, he's gonna bring these rows of fire on you. And Don't worry about doing a charge shot right at the beginning. Okay, he's doing it again. So lure those to go somewhere and then go somewhere else. For example, I was on the ground, right? So if I was on the ground, as soon as the column of fire comes up, oh, here, I'm up. So I go down. I'm down, so now I go up. I'm up, and now I go down. I try to dodge the metallo on fire there. That's why I got hit. So that can be annoying. Stay on the wall, okay? To beat this boss, you should probably stay on the wall. Okay, careful here. When he jumps on the center, he's gonna do one of two things. If he does the lava, be very careful, because this lava is instant death, and so are the spikes on the ceiling. So again, he's doing the column again. The RNG is being very, very generous on us. We're being very lucky. So let's see. If he goes into the middle here, he's gonna do one of two attacks. If he does this attack, you can avoid it by going to the other side, by going down and going to the other side. But if he does the lava, it could be dangerous, because you could go down into the lava. You still have time to see that the lava's coming. But let's see, for example, here. See, so that's how you dodge it. He's very annoying because he teleports away when you shoot him a lot. So if he does the lava, you just jump and make sure you jump on the wall, right? And make sure you don't touch the spikes or the lava. Hopefully that gives you a good idea on how to beat this boss. It's not an easy boss by any standards, but we made it. And this is very important because now we have the Axe Buster upgrade and we have the fire weapon. I want to tell you two things about the fire weapon, okay? First thing about the fire weapon, it's useless. But the second thing about the fire weapon, it's not completely useless because it's useful for one thing. To get the upgrade that we're gonna get on the next stage. Very important capsule upgrade we're gonna get on the Raccoon stage requires the fire weapon. To the best of my knowledge, it is impossible to get the next upgrade we're gonna get without the fire weapon, okay? And there you go. It shows completed, so we got everything. If we hadn't gotten the heart, it would not show completed. Or if we had forgotten either the capsule or any chips at all, it would not show completed. If we hadn't gotten the heart, we could still go back after we get the next upgrade, and it would be a piece of cake to get. I just did it now to avoid backtracking. You don't have to get it that way.